Hello YouTube, I am your gardener with flu. I said in my last and first ever video that I would show you the allotment which I use to get rid of my work waste. So in the spirit of trying my best to post once a week, here we go. I'm stood roughly in the middle of it. That's a chicken house, and the chicken run's quite large, half the allotment, so just smaller than 500 square foot. Here's the gang. They're currently scratching through some ivy. The chicken run's on a bit of a slope, so I do throw things in here for them to scratch, and it comes through the chicken wire out the bottom, and it's something that looks like compost. I don't know if it is compost because it's not necessarily rotted down all the way, but this is where they live, and they help me with the composting, and I get great eggs, which is nice. Got a little automatic is set on nighttime, daytime up there, omelette chicken door, so they go in at night, the door shuts behind them, and they're pretty much fox proof. Hello you. This one at the front here was hatched out this spring. I think she's not quite laying eggs yet. And as you can see, they're used to the dog. Right, front half of the allotment. This is the bit that needs the work. So I had 15 fruit trees in there before I got the chickens, before there were any wires and cages. I need to bust them out, and I need to put them here because I've had no fruit since I got chickens. They've eaten everything. So this front bit here I want to turn into a small orchard or food forest. I guess it depends whether you plant it in lines or not. So I'm gonna, at some stage, trim all the grass really short, plant the trees, and then cover the whole thing in wood chips and just keep it topped up with wood chips. Create like a forest floor so that the trees are healthy. And as I get plants kicked out from work, I'll bring them up here. As you can see, I got given a skimmer. Rescued a rose that somebody didn't want. This is full of spring bulbs, so I can make it pretty. Cordyline yucca type thing, I never know the names of them. Some lupin seedlings, penstemon that someone kicked out because it got woody. So eventually this front half of the allotment is going to be stuff like this taken to the tip. Yeah, trees, wood chips, plants, and I might grow a couple of my favourite crops like squash, beans, sweet corn. And then I guess the thing that people are most interested in, if they're professional gardeners anyway, is my composting. So I got permission before I got the allotment from the allotment committee to bring my work waste here. So anything that's small enough it can rot down in a year or two, I try and turn into compost. So my pallets are, well, some of them I've put a wire face on to keep it in, but you don't have to. This is just cheap £5 garden wire from the garden centre. Stand the pallets up in a box shape, put the wire around, twist them together, and it's endlessly movable and growable because you can add another pallet here, come out another metre, and then go down there, and you have a whole new front section if you want it. You can remove any single one of them. You can get in there to turn it or harvest it, whatever. I just keep a few bits on the front here. This is like my giveaway area if people want to take things. Keep some stuff in the bin, but I also use it. That's my allotment number. Use the bin for big wheelbarrow for wood chips. And then this down here is what it looks like when it's about a year old. You can sift it as fine as you want to sift it really, but I don't bother much, just through the pitchfork. But you get a fairly decent compost. That was all jobs I've done at work a year ago, and I don't really use the compost myself. I mean, I could, but because the people of the allotment here are very good about me, well, using it for business waste, I think it's fair that I put it in a bag on the front of the allotment here and I let people take what they want for their plots. So that's pretty much the full allotment tour as far as I can think it through, but I don't have full capacity brain this week. Been so unwell. I guess I could show you this as well. That's a barrel, just for burning the odd bits. I burn as little as I can, but when I do burn I try to make biochar, so there's no holes in the barrel, it can't breathe. I fill it full of sticks up to the top. I'm just going to wipe the camera. That looks better. Yeah, fill it full of sticks up to the top, light the fire on the top, let it burn down, and then when the flames lose the smokiness and when they go from a bright orange to a more see-through orange, you put the lid on, stop the burn, and you make charcoal instead. You can smush that up, put the biochar in the compost, and it makes the compost a whole lot better. I should also say, I was asked recently about compost accelerators. I'm pretty much organic in my gardening, so I don't really use anything chemical or nitrogen or whatever. I use what I call nature's accelerators, so because there's a lot of woody stuff in here, I use King Stropharia, the winecap mushroom spawn, and that does a great job of breaking up stuff like this. And then also I'm using tiger worms and dendrobinas, and the fact of worms is nature's best shredder. That's how you get these tiny crumbs, is all that little tiny stuff has been through a worm. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for today, and hopefully catch up feeling better next week. Cheers, bye.